Well, hello, good people of Room 8, and welcome back to another exciting edition of banking and interest. And we're going to start looking at savings and investments. And so we're going to be applying the simple interest formula to something called compound interest. And compound interest is when you borrow money or invest money over longer periods of time. So take a look here real quickly, and one of the real common ways to invest money is to take your money and put it into something called a CD, or a certificate of deposit. And so you can go to any bank or savings and loan or credit union, and they will be glad to take your money and to pay you interest. And they will compound that interest for you. So you take a look here at some of the different rates that are available here. So this is a U.S. bank. And so a certificate of deposit is to take a certain amount of money and give it to the bank to use for a certain period of time. And so here they have three different terms or lengths of time. And so you can get a 19-month certificate of deposit, so it's not quite 2 years. And the amount you need to put in is anywhere from $1,000 to $250,000. And they will pay you 0.5%. Yes, that is not 5%. That'd be great if it was. That is 0.5%. Now you may be thinking that doesn't seem like much, and you are correct. And we will do some calculations, and you will see that indeed that is not a very high rate of interest. It's nice if you're borrowing money at that rate, but of course that doesn't happen. Just to give you some comparison, if you want to get an auto loan from these people for the same period of time, you're probably going to pay anywhere from 2 to 4% for a particular length. For this loan right here, 59 months, it's about 5 years. 60 months would be 5 years. So they'll give you 1.4, about 1.5% interest on your money. But if you want to borrow money from the bank for a car, they're going to probably charge you somewhere around 3 to 4% right now. So if you're thinking about this, you might think, well, that seems like a pretty good way to make money. They loan money at 4%, and the money you put in the bank, they'll give you 1.5%. So it's a nice, easy way for them to make a lot of money. We'll talk more about that in class. So here you go, 19 months, you'll get 0.5%. And notice that as the length of time that you are willing to give up your money so the bank can loan it to somebody else, they'll pay you more in interest. So we're going to learn how to do these calculations. And it's done through the process of compound interest. Step number 1 is to go to computer, and we're going to head over to Student Drive B, just like we did when we brought up that simple interest workbook. Now we're going to bring up a compound interest workbook. So you're going to navigate over to Student Drive B, Banking, and go to compound interest. And within compound interest, you will look for the workbook that has your name attached to it. And we'll just assume that my name is copy 35, and you'll double click that. And you'll bring it up, and you're going to get something that looks like this. And right now I'm going to head over to Video Discussion 1. And once you've done that, it would be a good idea to save a version of this over to your Dropbox. If you've been doing that, then you want to keep doing that. If you haven't been, then get some help and try to get that Dropbox organized. I know for a lot of the 7th graders that's been a challenge in doing that. I don't believe you did a lot of that when you were at your other school. So if you get some help there, it'd be great, because it'll be work that you can take with you throughout high school. And if you want, you can, of course, upload this to eventually we're going to be here in the Google Classroom. You can keep this information for a long period of time. Be very useful. You'll be dealing with interest for the rest of your life. You're buying cars, houses. So the more you know, And the smarter you are about all this, then the better decisions you're going to make, and you're just going to have a better life overall when you can manage your money in an efficient and effective manner. So go ahead and get that done. Make sure you can open that up, and then we will continue our introductory discussion involving compound interest.